Hi guys. So, I was driving and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to do this vlog for today, and I didn't want to do it in the office, and I was like, where do I do it at? So, I remembered I have this really cool blue chair sitting right here out in my small district area. So, yeah, welcome. Me and my blue chair. And it's also 36 degrees outside, but it's okay. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous with this, just speaking out loud, and we're creating content outside right now. And I'm not going to edit this. You guys listen to this through the podcast or through the YouTube. Thank you. And this is just me trying to create more and talk, and we're just going to do it outside. I know it's a little bright, but I'll fix it. I'll learn how to make this better. It's only episode 4. So yeah, we're good. I forgot my gloves, but it's okay. So I was thinking, how do I want to do these vlogs? And I was thinking, sometimes I'll do it in the office. Sometimes I'll do it on a cool blue bench with a brick wall like this. It's a business behind me, so I hope they don't come out and kick me out. Otherwise, they can join in on the talk. And I'm outside, cold, warm. We're just gonna do it. I'll just do whatever feels right for that day. And it just changes up the scenery a little bit. And plus, I get some sun on my face because I've been inside all day, and because that's actually a really good segue for this. So today is one of those days where I am intentionally trying to slow down, and there's this really cool term that I really want to throw out there called productivity dysmorphia. And I know, right? Yeah, you're like, whoa, hold on, what? So I would bet all my money that we all have it in some shape or form of it, because if you want to do the comparison between body dysmorphia, right? It's somebody who looks a certain way, but the way they see themselves in the mirror is portrayed very differently from their actual physical aesthetic that they actually do have, and they just see a different version of themselves. It could be on two polar spectrum ends. They could be grew up as this really skinny person, small person, and then they packed on muscle size and whatnot, and they still see themselves as that small person. Oh my God, there's a train coming. Well, hopefully this is okay. And then the next, or it could be the inverse of that. It's being you were probably really large when you were younger, and then now you are thinner and more in shape, and you see a lot of stuff like that. Okay, well, there's a train coming. Oh, shit. I think nope, they're coming. We're just gonna do it anyways. Nope, okay. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. I think the audio is fine. Hold on. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. The train is a little louder, so now I'm in the bed of my Jeep. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. Anyways, so going back to productivity dysmorphia. So really the notion of it is comparing it, I'm trying to remember where I left off. Comes body dysmorphia, how you see yourself doesn't actually have the way it is. Productivity dysmorphia, it's almost you are so hyper attached to being so productive all the time, and it feels like you have to be productive when it comes to work. It has to be you always have to feel like you are doing something for work, something for your just for something in whatever cup or domain it is, and you don't give yourself the time or the grace to pull back and rest. Because sometimes you do have to rest. Sometimes you do have to be lazy. Being lazy sometimes, or even doing things that's not supposed to be quote unquote make money or move you in other areas, but it does have an ROI, return on investment of you just listen to music, you going outside for a walk, you just intentionally being still and alone with your thoughts, you watching TV so then you can recharge yourself. You're not always supposed to be on all the time. And I feel that's something that many of us do fall victim to, that we forget that it is okay to be quote unquote lazy, or not even lazy, but any of that stuff. And so today, for example, the last couple of days I've been really grinding really hard, making these videos, other content stuff and work stuff and client work. and like whatever, all the stuff, whatever. And I felt it this morning, and even my client, when I was training him this morning, he could tell I was like a little slower, and I felt it immediately, like my emotions, my headspace. I just felt like dampened, like I didn't get to fully rest. It's like when you're trying to charge a phone battery and you meant to charge it, but for some reason the battery like it got unplugged, and then you have to go through the day with like 50% battery or something like that, and you're like, dang, okay. So I felt that, and then I made the call, and luckily like everything kind of like lined up a little more, lined up well, is that I didn't have as much to do per se on my plate today because I've been like really on it. So I gave myself the morning to really be slower, be more intentional, and in what I was doing of just slowing down, I was at home, like working when it comes to my day job. I was working from home today, and so I just like I didn't really like do much this morning. I trained my client, I got home, I made a dope breakfast, I sat on the couch and I turned on the TV. I hope you guys can still hear me. I watched TV for a little bit, and then I like did some passive work stuff, things that I had to get done. And yeah, I just like, it was just very slow, and I didn't really pick things up until like 12 o'clock, and I got up at like 6 to train my client. So the whole first half of the day was me just chilling, really. And for me, as a default, like me doing stuff is quote unquote is productive for some people, but for me to like go unload the dishes, clean my kitchen, just like tidy up the place, that type of stress recharges me. It's like a cool paradoxical thing. And so like your way of slowing down may not be another person's way of slowing down, but you have to be willing to give yourself permission and grace to have those moments and have those periods, because it's important. You can't just be on, otherwise you're burning the candle at both ends, and then it's going to affect how you do anything and everything later on that day, later on the next day, or the week, or whatever. So, productivity dysmorphia, once I heard that word, I was like, man, that like hits. That's so true. Like that's such a thing that I do have. And so just trying to be aware of it, and when I'm swinging the pendulum too far in one way, and ask myself like, yo, is this really that deep? Like, are you okay to kind of like pump the brakes a little bit and just like actually chill? And yeah, so I'm proud of myself this today because I feel more recharged. And now I'm doing this, and it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever, and I'm gonna do some work on the rest of the day because I want to do it, and I made a commitment, and I signed a contract with myself, not physically, but like internally. It's like a thing that like Kobe Bryant said, that he like internally signs a contract with himself, and I love that, and I'm like, fuck yeah. It's also like having a standard for yourself too, but not being so black and white, all or nothing, that type of stuff. Learning that like you just gotta flow like water, be fluid with things, and know when to push when it's time to push, and know when to pull back hard when it's time to pull back hard. So yeah, that's what I got for today's episode, and you guys got to hear a train in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. This makes it fun. I'm learning how to create more. I'm learning how to navigate this stuff and get out of my comfort zone and recording it in public. So if you guys are listening this far, thank you so much for listening. Follow the socials, and if you are looking for training, nutrition, I'm looking for clients, and the kind of method is open for anybody. My training, online subscription-based training system. Besides that, if you guys have, please like, share, all that stuff really does help. Yeah, bye guys.